Hello. Well, welcome to a spontaneous wander. I didn't plan this in any way whatsoever. In fact, my plan was for going somewhere tomorrow. But the opportunity was here. Well, why not take it? So, let's start with some water. It's still that fairy bell time. I think this is the first year I've filmed so much in bluebells. Now, I should go this way really. I did come down here, you know, every year. I know I say this a lot, but honestly, you could go out every day to the same place, or all right, once a week to the same place and see it change. And every year, if you were there a year before, you will find that it's just completely different. You know, another time in bluebell season, you would hear the sound of water teeming down here, because this is the spring, and bluebells amongst there. But something's happened in recent years and that's stopped. They've gone. But that's what happens. They could still come back, you know. So I'm going to wander down this way. I'm going to do a journey I do, you know, quite regularly, I suppose. Regularly? I don't know, it's hard to say. It's just one I like doing. And so I don't often get to do this in the spring at this time because I'm normally too busy. Oh, I love it in there. It's a nice, I don't know, is that where the soggy fairies live? Now, I've slightly done a detour because we're going to come back that way. But I do love this. I know they're old and this is going to fall at some point. So let's carry on down here, shall we? I suppose technically this is a glade, isn't it? It's a glade on the spring. And you see how much grass is around here. That just shows you how much light gets in. And you'll have seen other times when it just looks like moss, certainly in winter videos. So this is more grass than I think I've seen here. Yeah, this has got wetter here. Not soggy like it has been in some years. Look at that strand of ivy dangling down. And no, I'm not going to grab it and do a Tarzan shout. Look at the light hitting those ferns there. Shuttlecock ferns and violin stock, headstock ferns. Yellow flower, that aconite, no, not aconite, what am I saying? Celandine. That has another name. a common name. Hello, Mr. Raven. Yeah, and its common name is pilewort, and that gives you an idea as to one of its uses. And I'm not joking either. Oh, I don't think we've ever had a good old look at this tangle of branches in there, tangle of trunks and roots. The fungal reclamation. And that way you'll have seen in a few videos. Not many, because I don't tend to go that way now I've discovered this bit. Yeah, this sort of appeared by accident to me. It is there, it is supposed to be here, it is deliberate, a path. And where more of the spring comes out, as you can hear. Look at that hornbeam. Hop hornbeam. Is that its technical name? No, it's its common name, isn't it? I don't mean its Latin name. But I've never seen that many of those. I love that little bit in there. It says witchy gnarled trees. Yeah, so because I hadn't deliberately decided to come today and do this, I didn't bring my gimbal, so apologies for shaky footage. I'm being as still as I can, which is quite difficult to watch while I'm filming as well as watching the ground. Sound does travel from various places to here. So I'm actually filming later than I would do, because it's sort of lunchtime, because I figured, well, people stop using machines at lunchtime, don't they? Now here's a nice bit, isn't it? Speckled light. Yeah, we're going to walk alongside more of the spring and see some blue balls. And we will be going back up somewhere among there. Is our way back up. Look at the celandine there, look at that. Wow. That'll sort them out, won't it? Bluebells like a light shade as opposed to a dense shade. They're not so good in dense shade or clear. I mean, look at that grass. That really is the most I've seen in here. I mean, I think that might be down to a lack of rain. Where's that? Is that hornbeam, or is that that in front of us? Or is that a wych elm? Yeah, it's all wych elm. Lovely. If you've been paying attention, you'll know that's wych elm. You can see the growth on its trunk and the way it does that. It's wych spelt W-Y-C-H as opposed to any other spelling. Aha, I think I may have heard that come down. Not today, a while back. One of the reasons why I like this path particularly is because it's not really going to be used by people that often. And if it is, it's only going to be local people, because it's quite a long walk around this wood to do it, and most people have just come up to walk their dogs or for a quick walk, and the way you access it is on the other side. So this is deliberate by me. Oh, there's a patch of bluebells up in there. Can you see? Sort of centre shot ish. There's a lovely smell. I would say warm spring. Yeah, warm springtime smell. It's actually too hot for me. Yeah, honestly, it is. But that's because of the work I do and how I do it, and more importantly, it's over 25 years of doing physical work outside in nature all year round in all weathers. Nobody can relate to it unless they do what I do, I've found. Yeah, I've chatted to all the tree workers, I've chatted to builders, all people who work outside. Look at that, light and dark. I'm talking people who work, not people who potter about. Because what happens is, okay, let's start in the winter. You're out in the winter, it's cold, you have to wear clothes, extra clothes. So you adjust to the weather. It's just so lovely. I'm glad I came here. Yeah, the raven. There was a buzzard earlier, but not on film. So you're out working, or even if you're not, just being out in the cold means you generate energy. You have to use energy to generate heat to keep yourself warm. So as soon as you start working, you know, you can end up taking your hat off or taking your jacket off. Okay, now it would all be probably fine. Oh, it's so nice. Where are you? Now, it would all be fine if the weather gradually got warmer. Gradually. But what happens is it will suddenly get warm. So from being in like 9 degrees and cold, you can suddenly, the weather can just get a lot warmer. 13, 14, 15 degrees suddenly, just like that. And that causes a problem because you can't adjust straight away. It takes a little while. And so your body's used to, you know, generating heat by moving about or doing certain things to generate heat, and suddenly you don't need to. Suddenly you're too hot. And then loads of things need readjusting. You know, your water intake needs to go up to stop you dehydrating. You know, all kinds of things you don't realise at the time. And then that can carry on for a while, maybe a few days, maybe a week, and then suddenly it gets cold again. And that's what it's like, and you're constantly trying to adjust. And it's very difficult to do. Oh, this has fallen since I last came here. Looks like an oak to me. Yeah. Well, that's sad. So it's really hard to adjust. And I know people go, oh, people think, oh, I'll shut up now. And look at those growing on that tree there, the uprooted tree. I think I'd have to say that bluebells are at their loveliest when they're among other things. Yeah, as awesome as a carpet of thousands, millions is just incredible. The lovely mix and balance of stuff is good. Now, did you hear that snap? It's a person. That's unusual. So I'm going to get to the bottom here and then go round. This is an open bit. It's going to get more open soon. So I'm guessing that brambles and nettles are going to make their way in, sadly. That's a lovely old... Oh, is it an old oak? No, it's an ash. Ooh, just showing a bit of life. So that's nice. Yeah, the old badger home from home that they haven't used for some time. A Juga. That's a lovely patch here. Oh, and some garlic too. But not in this wood, mate. Yeah, so people think, because I get heat stroke quite a lot. More than I should, really. I think it might be a kind of migraine thing as well, but it's certainly made worse by the heat, or even warmth, and then the heat I generate in working. But many people think that heat stroke is about heat, and that, you know, well, Britain doesn't get that hot and all the rest of it. But it's not about that. You see, a heat wave in Britain or anywhere is measured by 5 degrees above the average temperature. Yeah. Ooh. Ladies' smock going up through there. That's quite a steep slope when you've not got two hands. Nice, huge sycamore. This is a nice little spot. An animal track, if it's going under there and there isn't a detour round. There you go, there's a hazel. Those branches are huge, aren't they? But as you can see, they're falling apart, splitting because of the weight. But yeah, I like this. On another day I might be inclined to follow the path and see where it goes. Ivy looks like it's, well, starting to crack at the bottom. It needs a seeing to. This is an oak though, so we definitely want to sort that ivy out, because this is a good looking tree, and next to that sycamore it's going to provide, you know, a bit of shade. But yeah, I hope you enjoy seeing, you know, sometimes the same places but in different seasons or in states. But the as I was saying, the technical what's it called, the description of a heat wave is temperature that is 5 degrees hotter or warmer than normal. So for example, yeah, a few weeks ago it was equinox, and equinox temperatures in Britain, where I am, are around 13 degrees. But then, not long after, they suddenly went to 17 and 18, which is close to the 5 degrees warmer than normal. And I got heat stroke. I have been known to have it in February. You know, it's proper nauseous, shivering, feeling ill, headache, can't find any way of relieving it, and I drink loads of water. Because my body's got overworking before it's worked out that it doesn't need to. You know, people look at me like I'm mad, but you know, they've just come out of a house where they've been sitting around. And I'm like, well, what are you looking at me funny for? You've been in a house. You haven't been here for 3 hours walking up and down a hill doing things. And they go, oh yeah. Not sure what I can smell. It's something I know. I think there's a tree come down there actually and change the route. Let's say hello to the grand lady. I know what I can smell. Hawthorn. Hawthorn. The disgusting scent of hawthorn blossom. That's the first hawthorn I've seen actually that's out that much. Can you see it? But yeah, that's pungent. Whew. It smells like men's toilets. Actually, men's toilets at the seaside or at a car park. Nice little clump of hedge garlic. But yeah, that's, yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, because people go, oh, our temperature gets to 40 degrees. Yeah, but you're used to having 40 degrees. Your whole life is, the way you live is set up for 40 degrees. Yeah, we don't have air conditioning because there's no point. We don't have snow chains because there's no point. Because the last time the roads were covered in snow so we couldn't drive, down south anyway, well, I can't remember when that was. Here's a bit where I have to hang on to my head or my hat. Yeah, do you want to come through and do it the way I'm doing it? Ah, it's got me. You know, our houses are set up for it being cold, you know, for it being cool or cold. I was talking about it to someone and I said, oh, I get heat stroke, and they said yes. They said we had our daughter's partner who's from Kenya, and he was out here working and he just went down with heat stroke because it's a different kind of heat here. Not to mention it's not dry, it's wet. Well, they're quite a deep pink, aren't they, those campion? Let's see if we can get close. Ooh, this is quite a difficult one. Yeah, it's about as close as I can get. Right, I'm going to have to turn you off to get through there. There's another hawthorn out, and yep, I can smell that one too. So this is a very hard to negotiate path, which is partly why I come here. It's actually easier to walk down that way, but it's become overgrown. I think people are going that way. Let's have a look, shall we? Yeah, that's going to change the route. Well, I'm going to have a look here to see what's happened. Looks like a tree has come down. Yeah, that's impassable. So many trees coming down. And that's an elder. So we'll have to battle our way through here. So one of the things is I'm going to have to keep coming here just to keep this path open. See, we would have been coming up through there. Whew. So it's not too bad, but I should have thought to come with secateurs. But no, you know, you don't always think of it, even though you know you probably should. Yeah, lots of elders dying. Look at the way that's cracking. And that one. I do get torn here because you can go that way and you can go that way. Yeah, another elder breaking off, look. Wonder what's going on with the elders. Wander through the dog's mercury. I do wonder, because I know there's no, I don't know of a use for humans, but is there a use for dogs? Is that why it's called that? Dog's mercury. Why would you use mercury? For their hats? Dog's mercury for the brims of dogs' hats. Yeah, I've come a different way and it looks like I'm going to run out of options of where to go from here. Yeah, it followed an animal path. Now, I could go up through there actually. I'm going to. There we go, that's followed the path. Well, that wasn't too bad. Step through most of it. Another hawthorn. And another one. It's going to be a relief getting into the shade. Actually, I can really feel the heat of the sun today. And this is the day I'm not carrying a rucksack as well. Although I am 5 hours later than I would normally be. And this is a young elm. It's never going to grow very big. It maybe will reach 30 before the beetle gets it, the Dutch elm beetle. Now here I can smell rotting wood. There you go, that mostly concludes today's little jaunt into the forest. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and comment. That would be great, that would be really helpful. And because I'd love to do this for, you know, for a living. But what I'm doing for My main money is what's stopping me from doing that. And I'm not asking for a lot. Just enough to live and do everything that I need to do. Same as most people. And every little helps. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Ta-da.